At 112, we have another freshman, and this freshman came out like a spark plug. Recorded 15 wins in his freshman year campaign. In the first tournament he ever wrestled, he took 3rd place, which is not an easy task. Out of his 15 wins, 12 of them came by pin in the first period, and we're looking forward to what he's going to do next year for us in the lightweight division. Josh Eckhart. Okay, next up, senior captain. Been with us for 4 years. Always looking for that knockout punch, not literally, but he's always trying to pin his opponent. Never quits out there. His overall record, he picked up 21 wins on the season, 13 of them by pin. He got 3rd at the Cohasset tournament, 4th in the state book tournament, 4th in the section. He's been recognized as honorable mention by the Sun Chronicle, and he's our first elected May Shore League All-Star, Steve O'Neill. Okay, next up at 125, he's only 125, but he's a lot stronger than me. He was 29-9 on the season with 24 pins and 3 tech falls, which means 27 times that he won, the match was stopped. He was a finalist at the Cohasset tournament, a finalist in the Northbridge tournament, a finalist in the section. He's been named first team Sun Chronicle All-Star. He is also first team May Shore League All-Star, Nick Demore. This next wrestler at 130 pounds was 18-9 overall. He had the longest undefeated streak to start off the season. Let's see, he had 14 pins out of his 18 wins. Probably the most important thing for us though, and I hope he does it again next year, is he went undefeated in the league, 8-0, and he's also very, very tough to pin. Arguably our toughest. This is Tom Rutkowski. Okay, 135. And it took a lot of work for this wrestler to get down to 135, and we recognize that. This wrestler led the team in wins with 32, 25 of those being by pin. He was a finalist at the Cohasset tournament, 1st place at the Northbridge tournament out of 21 wrestlers in his division, 3rd place in the state vocational tournament, 3rd in the section. He was named a Sun Chronicle All-Star and a May Shore League All-Star. And for his commitment and sacrifice, hard work, day in, day out, we're giving Steve Hogan the Coaches Award. Okay, at 140. This is another wrestler who was undefeated in the league, 8-0. He had what he wanted, 31 wins on the season, with 28 of those being by pin. He was a Cohasset tournament champion, Northbridge tournament finalist, sectional finalist, and the first person to claim a state vocational championship for us. He is a Sun Chronicle All-Star, a May Shore League All-Star, and this kid is just so focused that we couldn't deny him a Coach's Award as well. This is Jeff Geike. Okay. At 145, I can't just talk about this year with this wrestler because some of his career stats are awesome. He has, in his 4-year career, 4 years of varsity, over 90 career wins. He's a 4-time sectional place winner, first out coach, and also a 4-time state qualifier. He's a senior captain and did a phenomenal job. First place at the Cohasset tournament, 4th at Northbridge. I don't know what happened that day. But he was a state vocational champion, a sectional finalist, a 3-time Sun Chronicle All-Star, and 3-time May Shore League All-Star, Matt Kalloy. Okay, 152. This wrestler didn't have as much opportunity to stack up all those tournament medals, but I think if he did have more varsity matches, he certainly would. In the limited time, he still picked up 10 varsity wins. I said before that Tom Rukowski is one of the toughest to pin. If he's not the toughest, it's Sean Hinckley. He's just so tough to pin, and he proved it by going against a state finalist and just being stubborn. He ended up with a big mouse on his face afterwards, but he would not be turned, and that's exactly what we look for. He spent a lot of time strengthening up, and I hope he does the same in this offseason. He's our most improved wrestler, I would say, at 152, Sean Hinckley. Also at 152, splitting the varsity duty, is Justin Pothier, who's, throughout his high school career wrestled varsity for us. They had a great competition throughout the season, Sean and Justin. Justin, one of my favorite moments for him is he came to the Cohasset tournament to enter in a JV tournament, and he absolutely proved that he was wrestling at a varsity level, taking first place in that tournament. He, I'd say, is our most explosive wrestler, Justin Pothier. At 160, we have Joe Cicchetti. He is the senior captain. He upped his win total by 13 this year, ended up with 27 wins in the season, 21 of them by pin. This is easy. He was third at Cohasset, third at Northbridge, third at State Vogue, third in the... He just likes the number 3, I guess. He's listed as Sun Chronicle honorable mention, and again, this next, I don't know what's going to happen next year because this will be the first Cicchetti-less season, and I don't know if we're going to make it through. So we'll miss him greatly, but fortunately, I do see a young Cicchetti out there, so hopefully he can make his way up to track caddy. Joe Cicchetti. At 171, in his first year of varsity, or a full season of varsity, Ben Forgel came out like just a cannon, and he wasn't afraid of anyone regardless of how much taller they were than him. He came out and stole 15 wins away, which would have been more. I think he would have hit the 20 mark were he healthy enough to wrestle in sectionals and continue in the Northbridge tournament. Still 15 wins, 15 pins, no doubt about it, Ben Forgel. Next wrestler, hard to believe that he wrestled JV last year and that this was his first varsity season. He picked up 24 wins on the season, remarkably with 24 pins. That's a lot of team points. 4th at Cohasset, 5th at Northbridge, and he really turned it on, getting 3rd in the section. He's Sun Chronicle honorable mention, and coaches and I were talking about work ethic and improvement. And Chase is just the total package. He gets a coach's award as well. Wow. So Chase is nice. At 215, one of the nicest guys you'll meet, so pleasant, so, hi coach, how's your day? But put him on the mat and look out. He had a great opening year last year. I didn't know if he would be able to top it. He moved down to a tougher division where there's a lot of fast athletes at 215, and he responded with 21 wins, 19 of them by pin. He was 4th at the state vote tournament, a sectional finalist, pinning a kid who was 4th in the state to get to the finals. He's a Sun Chronicle honorable mention, and he's also a Mayshore League All-Star, Ben Martin. And last wrestler at 285, the big man, James Virat, had an amazing first year. I mean, I wanted him to wrestle for a long time, but he even surprised me with his strength and his athleticism. He picked up in his first year 25 wins to only 6 losses. Even more remarkable, 24 pins, 23 of them in the first period. He took 3rd at Cohasset, 3rd in the state vote, and 5th in the section. Sun Chronicle honorable mention and Mayshore League All-Star. And because we desperately want him to come back next season, and we appreciated him so much, we have to give James Virat a Coach's Award as well. Okay, so those are all the wrestlers that I need to talk about. Just one last person that I would like to recognize, and he's been mentioned throughout the night, but what he's done for the school throughout the winter and helping out the hockey team and helping out the wrestling team. I mean, when he walked into the room, these wrestlers knew that practice was about to get a lot tougher. You know, when I was in charge, it was a lot of technique. When Coach Stoic was there, it's a lot of drilling. But when Mr. Curran comes in, it's a lot of sweat and a lot of pain sometimes, but the good kind of pain, right? So I really do want to acknowledge him for that. So I think he deserves a round of applause. Just one last thing that I have. I kind of have a gift for everyone on the team, kind of. I have a box of t-shirts over in the corner, but it's not t-shirts for everyone. It's not the gift of t-shirts, it's the gift of motivation. Talking with Mr. D'Amore, who has his gym and has proven that it works, he said he'd be happy to have our wrestlers go over and work out with him in the off-season and get as strong as they possibly can. So I'm giving him the box of shirts, and as they earn it, he will give them out fairly, and I can't wait by the end of the year to see one spread up in the hallway, and then maybe when school gets back to see a few of them around. They're going to have to work for it, but I think we'll see the results. So if we can see these shirts. So this is what you have to work for, fellas, okay? JV, varsity included. So like I said, Mr. D'Amore, if you can get the box from me afterwards. And I do want to give the first one out to the one person who exemplifies strength and conditioning. Our strength and conditioning coach will be the only coach to earn one of these until I get my butt over to your gym and earn one myself. This one goes to Mr. Curran. That's all I have for you. Captain, do you want to say something?
What does he wear?
Yeah. He'll play some lacrosse too, yeah. But he's also working on stuff with tomorrow.
Alright, we had a great year this year. I just want to thank the parents for doing everything they did, supporting us, and Mr. D'Amore for his gym. And I'd like to thank the coaches, Mr. Curran and Stoic, for giving their time. Stoic had a kid this year, but he still made all the practices, so I just want to thank them.
Hi, my name is Steve O'Neill. I'm the varsity 119 senior captain. I'd like to give this gift to Coach Stoic. Those stuff in there for him, but if you want Teddy Bear, sure. Okay. We decided to get something for his kid because he had a baby and he's our wrestler baby. We also got just for him so he can take a break every now and then because he certainly needs it.
For Mr. LaPlante, we got him a couple things. One for his desk. It's like a little pen thing, and it's got a little like 8-ball on it, so he can like press it and see like who's gonna win sectionals. And he presses it, spin around, and say like yes, no, maybe. And we also got him. Well, yeah, it's always going to be yes because we always win. But
Nice.
we also got him a little clipboard, and it says it's engraved, and it says Steve LaPlante, Tri-County Wrestling on it. For when he goes to like the meetings and stuff, he can just put all his papers in there, so he doesn't have to just carry like a notebook around. So.
Okay, award winners, make sure we get the picture taken. Before we leave, and actually you guys stay here real quick, I just want to also add and congratulate Coach LaPlante and his assistants, because they're always a part of this award that I want to mention. Coach LaPlante was named the State Vocational Coach of the Year. So.